We have a scam alert to tell you about. The Lexington Police Department posted about it. Already, folks in our area have lost about $5,000 to this scam. With us today is Sergeant Shoemaker from the Lexington Police Department to talk about this. So this happened in Lexington. Does that mean it's not going to happen in Guilford, Forsyth, or Burlington, or anywhere else?
Unfortunately, this is a nationwide deal that's going on right now. It's happening across the state to many people and across the entire country.
All right, so this particular scam is a little different maybe than most. It does start with a phone call, but it leads you to believe that the person who's calling you is someone that you know.
Yeah, that's correct. So what is happening is the victim will either receive a text message or a phone call. The text message will be from either a support channel from, say, Apple or some other financial institution that'll have a number for you to call, or you'll just be directly called by the phone number. Once you call the phone number, most people are fairly wary of, unknown callers at this point in time, but the way they're getting around this is they're doing what's called phone number spoofing, which is where they make the number that appears on your caller ID match a legitimate phone number that you can verify. So they'll say, check the number on the back of your bank card, check the fraud website for your financial institution, and it'll match the number that's actually calling you.
Yeah, so if somebody says, oh, I don't believe this is you, the scammer then says, well, just look on the back of your bank card. See, I'm calling from this number, which then leads you to believe, okay, they're saying something that's true. So what are these scammers asking you to do?
Well, most of the time, once they have gained your trust by verifying that, it's a trusted phone number that's calling you, they'll create some sense of urgency where they'll tell you that your money's in jeopardy, that you need to immediately move funds to protect what you have in your bank account. And they do this through a number of ways. What we're seeing most commonly is they're trying to use digital payment apps such as Cash App and Zelle, and they'll have you send money to various accounts or purchase Bitcoin and send it to wallets that they control. And additionally, as in the past, they may have you go to retailers and purchase Visa gift cards or Apple gift cards and read them the numbers on the back of the cards, and they just immediately cash the cards in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that the whole gift card thing is a scam, but I think they might get tripped up on like the Cash App or the Venmo or something like that, because we all use them all the time. But when you send something from Cash App or Venmo, your money is gone.
Yeah, the majority of the time, especially if you purchase Bitcoin, it's almost impossible to trace after a certain point. They'll mix it in with other Bitcoin wallets, and after a certain number of transactions, it's almost impossible to trace.
All right, so this is tricky because the first thing that we usually tell people to do anytime they get a scam call is hang up, go to the back of their card, and call that number.
Right. That's still a valid option because what's actually happening is they're calling you from a different phone number, but they've just edited the call data to where the caller ID reads it as the trusted phone number. So you still, same procedure as we've been telling people, hang up, call the number on the back of your bank card or on your financial institution's fraud website and confirm what's going on with them before you do anything else.
Yeah, I guess another thing would be to look on your app if you have that to see if there's anything wrong. I mean, and I guess, the common sense thing is, that your credit card is not taking a payment from you from Venmo, but these scammers are pretty tricky.
Yeah, they're very convincing. They do this for a living, and they're getting tons of people across the state. And, I know a lot of people are embarrassed when they're victims of fraud. Nobody likes to be tricked, but make sure that you're reporting this to your local law enforcement agencies just so we can keep track of everything that's going on. And a lot of the times, these scammers are going to be linked together, all these cases, and, a lead in one case could help us solve multiple cases.
Right, so do report it. In fact, tell me how many people have reported, and again, what's that money amount that you think that people have lost?
So just this week, we've got, I think, 2 to 3 new fraud cases involving this. We're up to about $5,000 to $6,000 this week in lost funds.
Okay, and we don't want another person to lose another cent. Absolutely not. So we're going to have this on our website so that maybe the best way to do this is to make people aware, right? So send this interview to others after we post it on WFNYnews2.com. It'll be in the Two Wants to Know section of our website.